Okay, part 2 of my video about the takedown. Okay, this is stupid. But the takedown of the Michael Sarian video of Atlantis, alien visitation, and genetic manipulation, part 1. And critical unity, it's 2 words, all critical unity, that YouTube channel. On May 16th, 2017, he streamed that. And he has a very good question. He says, well, he also had to take down videos. He says, the videos I've had to remove at the moment are part of a series called Michael Sarian, Origins and Oracles, Atlantis, Alien Visitation, and Genetic Manipulation. And that's very interesting because he also has an interesting question. What is more important, money or knowledge of what is really going on our planet? And I think bloody knowing what the fuck is going on with our fucking planet is fucking more important. Pardon my French. And there's more than one way to skin a cat. And I'm going to listen to that video when I can. It's 1 hour 36 minutes and 51 seconds for those who are keeping score. And it's very interesting. You know, I want to see what some of the comments are. But like this Despacho Hermes Abogados, he says, congratulations for uploading that. He capitalizes incredible information. Whoever the author, the truth has no owner, and the sooner or later floats, whoever the exposer. Keep on with your excellent job of uploading the truth. Best regards from Cancun, Mexico, H&A. P.S. Greed is a terrible advisor. Count on it. I agree with that. I like Kenneth Smith. Let's see. I have got to agree with you. His info needs to be everywhere. Anna V. And that's Gold Hard Shell. She's really... she has... on Kindle, she has a series called The Phoenix and the Golden Egg. It's only $4. It's well worth it. Everyone should read that. I'll try to include links to her stuff. And she also has... oh my gosh, what's her other work? She also has another piece of work up. I will put the link in for that. That's also a must read for everyone to read. And basically, Anna puts it's not the authentic Sarian we know behind Unslaved anymore. In Critical Unity, put a question mark, and then JC Nahundi said, I think he means Sarian is blatant controlled opposition. His real name is Brian Heatley. Heat, H-E-A-T, and then L-E-Y. By the way, he doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? Hey. I don't know if that's real or not, but I have no idea. And Critical Unity says, why would he use a fake name? Good question. I have no idea, but that's an interesting thing. David King. I don't know who David King is. There's this Thomas Servasio says something about David King. Oh, that might be Critical Unity. That makes sense. Thomas Servasio. An open comment to Michael Sarian. Grittings and salivations, Mr. Sarian. I am a 66-year-old American master's level socio-psychologist, specialist therapist, multimedia fine artist, writer, photographer, cinematographer, and art therapist. I've also been a sales and marketing S&M analyst and designer, a legal videographer and salesman for for longer than I care to remember at this point. You surely can and will do what you will regarding your work, but critical, analytical, common sense totally dictates that, and he bolds this, or he or she bolds this, statistical exposure levels of your work is the name of the game, mirroring and etc., etc., etc. David King's, and I believe that's a critical unity unless I'm mistaken, mirroring of your excellent work is, in my considered opinion, quite extraordinarily conducive to positively progressing and productively enabling and activating the greater potential of what you offer. Here's why. My longitudinal and deep research of alternative critical analytical commentators has blah blah blah. Okay, well he basically goes on to say how David King is awesome. You know, if he's posting stuff about Michael Sarian, that's, you know, the old stuff before I got co-opted or whatever. He's cool in my book. So critical unity. So basically saying that critical unity's work has, for a significant length of time, precisely echoed and resonated the atavistic existential angst. I don't remember what atavistic is offhand. Atavistic. Hold on a second. I don't know. Atavistic. Atavistic. Of relating to or characterized by atavism, reverting to or suggesting the characteristics of a remote ancestor or primitive type. Okay, what's atavism? Atavism. Oh. Basically, it's a throwback, a reversion to an earlier type. Meaning number 2, there's a bigger biological, the reappearance in an individual of characteristics of some remote ancestor that have been absent in intervening generations, begin in an individual embodying such a reversion. Okay, interesting. So, going back to YouTube, and Mr. Servasio again. So basically, critical unities has precisely echoed and resonated the atavistic existential angst anyone of functional intellect and spirit struggles with when they snap back awake at 3:17 a.m. and he bolds this, and can't get back to sleep because yet another tsunami of cognitive dissonance and yada 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 is roaring towards them. He keeps on going. And basically he's precisely behind critical unities. He's got critical unities back, and that is, it's his words, not mine. It's Thomas Servasio's, quote unquote, from Thomas Servasio. I sincerely thank you for your time and consideration, and may you get your head unplugged from your ass ASAP. Let's take that. Let's just leave that where that is. Let's see. Johnny Parker, Jonny Parker, says, I had to resort to buy the Origins and Oracles presentation off some dude on eBay. Was early this year when all Sarian stuff started getting removed. Strange, because I thought it was YouTube censorship at first. Even left comments on Unslaved and David Whitehead's channel asking what's going on with it, and no reply. Interesting. Now I know why he didn't reply. Out of embarrassment that it was them that was behind removing the presentations like Origins and Oracles or Irish Origins, etc. When I found out about this a few weeks ago, I was a bit sad. Still don't think any less of Michael and his work, just think he made a mistake here. Well, seems pretty even-keeled. I am a bit more negative about that, personally. Johnny Parker continues with saying, he should do what Richard D. Hall does, a great investigative journalist and researcher. He makes his films in Rich Planet episodes, then sells his films on DVD. You don't have to pay the stuff, but if you want to help out, buy a funny Plus, it's not that you can get Sarian's books now. That's true. The only place you can get his stuff is on Kindle. So, and I do have his Atlantis, Aliens, and Genetic Manipulation Kindle ebook. So, for what it's worth, David Whitehead. Just saying. I do support a bit, even though I don't pay $12 a month for quote unquote enslaved. Yeah, critical. This is perfect. This is a great response by Critical Unity. To Johnny Parker. He says, good to support the creator of the presentation, but for others who cannot afford it, or in the event of internet censorship, one won't be able to buy on his website. So I have to mention the possibility of now being seeders for others. This kind of verified important stuff should be playing on every television channel 24/7 in all schools. And other television things as well. Okay. Hold on a second. Pause.